Hey, it's James, Father's Rights and Resources, hashtag how I got custody. So I would use this Stuart Greenberg argument when dealing with guardian ad litems, parenting evaluators, and the experts. Now, I think I've done this video or something similar to it before. Or maybe I posted this guy's picture and just made a comment. But here we go again. If it's a repeat, this is for newbies who haven't gone back that far in my videos or people who just watched the most recent one. Stuart Greenberg, and I'll have the name typed up in the caption below or the cover of this. Stuart Greenberg was the #1 parenting evaluator in the greater Seattle area for a couple of decades, okay? Now, what I'm going to say is, the people still go into court bowing down and worshiping a guardian ad litem or a parenting evaluator, okay? This is insane, especially if you have an attorney who's too much of a punk, sissy coward to confront a guardian ad litem. Sometimes a guardian ad litem acts as a witness, and so if they do that, you have a right to depose them, or interrogate them, impeach them, destroy their credibility. These stupid, idiotic, moronic attorneys say, oh no, you don't want to look bad. Think about it. And why some people don't think about this is beyond me, because we all know, you don't have to be a legal scholar to know some of this stuff. We all know that people have a right to confront their accusers. You know, we know this from rape shield laws where they let alleged rape victims not have to testify in court because it's so traumatic, because they presume that they were raped, even though the accused is innocent until proven guilty. We're getting away from due process rights and constitutional rights when we're doing that. I understand that if there's a real victim, we want to protect them or do something about it. But you got to have a system. If you're going to have a free society, you got to have a system like this where somebody's got to come with proof. And they have to come to the table and show why their allegations are true. In any case, we all know that. We see movies. If you've never been in a legal class or to law school or anything like that, or never been to court before, you still got some friggin' common sense. And you've seen a TV show where a lawyer, Law and Order, whatever, a lawyer questions the person accusing their client of murder, rape, theft, or whatever. It's just part of the basic elementary school level understanding of the legal system that when somebody accuses you of a crime, you get to put them on the stand and grill the crap out of them. Where were you on that night? What happened? How did it go down? How do you know? What did you, or any eyewitnesses? What did you see? Oh, I saw somebody running out of there. What did they look like? That guy over there. Okay, so how tall was he? And this and that. Oh, in your affidavit or in your police statement or in this or that, you said this. How come your story has changed? You know, you have a right to confront a witness. Why in the hell would you not be able to confront a guardian ad litem who says, well, I believe the mother who says the father is violent and dangerous. The mother says that she's afraid and the kids are afraid. And when I went over to her house with 1 week notice, her house was squeaky clean. The fridge was full of food, and the children were saying all these lines. And it was so amazing how these third graders were talking like adults and accusing the father of misogyny and all these complex words. They're really smart instead of realizing they're being coached, right? Or the other way around. You know, I've seen some guardian ad litems screw some women over. That person is accusing you. They're trying to help one side take your kids away. Why would you not confront them? And my voice raises on stuff like this, and I get passionate about it because, number one, I'm sick and tired of these attorneys saying I can't do my job and attack everybody that's attacking my client. That's an attorney's job. And number two, I'm sick and tired of people who don't realize that's their attorney's job. How the hell do you think that when the attorney says, well, let's not confront the guardian ad litem, you can just stand down and say, oh, okay, that makes sense. It doesn't make sense, and you know it. Have some balls to stand up to your attorney who you're the boss of, who you pay $300 to $400 an hour. You know, the more that I pay somebody to do a job, the more I'm more comfortable chewing them out if they don't do their job. It's almost like the more men pay an attorney to do their job, the more the men stand down and quietly obey and tuck their tail and go in a corner when the lawyer says, shut up and sit down and don't question my judgment. Like I always say, do you think Michael Jordan's agent can talk to Michael Jordan like that? Or George Clooney or Denzel Washington's agent can talk to them like that? How dare you ask for $25 million for this one movie? They're gonna think like, I get a commission, I'm going in there for it. If you have a real estate agent, you say, hey, I want to sell the house for $1 million. They're saying it's really worth $900. Well, push for $1 million. Then they'll say, okay, because they're going to get a piece of it and they're working for you. They may advise you like, it's going to be real tough doing that, but I'll do it. I'll go for it. Or if you start asking them to do something unethical, then they have a right to say no to that. But they got to inform you. For some reason, we throw all that logic out the window that we know and apply to real estate agents, to any other kind of agents, to anybody that works for us, a landscaper, a plumber who comes over to the house, a cable guy who comes over and your cable's not working. You don't keep paying for it over and over again. So, if these people write a report and if they're lying about you, why would you not stand up to somebody lying about you? That's insane. And if your attorney won't do it, why do you stick with that attorney? So what the hell do you think that you're doing when you're paying an attorney $300 and $400 an hour and they say, let's not attack the mom. I know she's a mentally ill schizophrenic who's suicidal and beats the kids, but let's not attack the mom. That'll look bad on us for calling the mom what she is. I mean, name somebody out there who does their job or does what they're supposed to do and it's bad because they're doing it. You know, a prosecutor gets up there and says, this guy is a vicious, violating, sociopathic, manipulative abuser of children. He needs to be put away for life and protect society. Prosecutors don't hold back when they're accusing somebody. Or they'll say him and his defense team are going to they're going to put on a great show for you and they're going to try to emotionally distract you from the issues. A prosecutor might even attack the other. I believe in the OJ, I don't remember offhand, but I believe in the OJ Simpson case, the attorneys were kind of attacking each other and the antics in court. Why can't you attack somebody that's lying about you in a court case where you're fighting? It's a court fight. You're called adversarial parties. You go to court to resolve a dispute that you can't resolve outside of court. Why can't you go to court and fight and attack everybody who's against you? That's insane, this culture that we have. So, I'm telling you, like I did in another video, I ripped apart guardian ad litem. I ripped apart the mother and her attorney, and I personally made him look stupid in court. The attorney left a voicemail. I submitted the voicemail. I said, he left this voicemail. He said this and that. He's I can't remember what I used, but he's being unethical and sneaking around and doing all this stuff and trying to sucker me into doing this and that. This is and then he takes me out in the hallway. If you're going to do that, then, we have to build a relationship, a trust to try and work this stuff out. I don't have to build anything with you, a-hole. You're trying to take my daughter away. You need to look at everybody as an enemy. I've talked to a few people this week, and they keep saying, I don't know why the mother won't work with me. I don't know why she won't work with me. I don't know why the mother's attorney won't respond to my calls. I don't know why the other side won't do this. They're your enemy. They're doing what they're supposed to do. Stop having moral expectations on evil demons. Stop trying to negotiate with the terrorists. This is what I do with my baby's mom. And I had nobody guiding me on this. I used some freaking damn common sense, okay? I told my baby's mom, you want to settle on 50-50? No, okay, bye. We're going to war. And we had an endless war for 20 years. I haven't talked to her in 20 years. I actually reached out to her recently to offer her olive branch because we may be at our daughter's wedding one day or something like that. It'd be nice for our daughter's sake if we were cool. She's such a selfish narcissist and such an arrogant prick, and she flatters herself thinking I have some ulterior motive, probably thinks I want to get together with her or some stupid, arrogant, narcissistic bullcrap like that. You know, I put it out there out of respect for the fact that she's my daughter's mother and out of respect for my daughter and her needs, even though we're all adults now, or my daughter's 21, she still would probably like to have the peace of knowing us getting along. Looks like it's not going to happen. That chick is such a self-righteous, condescending, arrogant megalomaniac. She'll never, and I'm not even asking for an apology. I'm just asking to call a truce. She owes me an apology, and she knows it. For 20 years of slandering and attacking me and dragging me in court while I raised her daughter, and I didn't get one thank you. Not one. She visited our daughter at the most, I think 5 times in a year for 5 weekends and maybe a 10-day visit. Sometimes she would exercise spring break. Sometimes she would exercise her 30 days in the summer and take 10 days and then go to Hawaii for another 10 days and then send a postcard from Hawaii telling our daughter what a great time she's having in Hawaii away from our daughter. No, I used to love women, had 3 sisters and a mom. Now people say I'm a women hater because of what I'm doing here. I help women all the time. It's just women are in a place of power and control of this situation. So the evil people will be in control when they have power to be in control. Hitler was in control of Germany when he had a chance to be in control of it. When you give somebody the floor to be in control, all the evils in that category will come out. All the Darth Vaders or whatever. You know, all the gangbangers. If you don't put gangbangers away. If you don't put carjackers away, all the carjackers are going to come out. If you don't put women in check in family court, all the evil women are going to come out. Now, I know there's women getting screwed out there. The ratio is 90-10 though. I got a woman friend who was so traumatized by her divorce, she thinks it's 50-50 and it's bad. And she was in a women's support group and they're all getting screwed. Some of them are probably lying. But I'm not going to discount her experience, but I've seen this for 20 years. And I read court papers and I look at and analyze cases. Men are getting screwed way more than women. Let me get back to my point. So, Stuart Greenberg was a sexually deviant pervert, but the #1 parenting evaluator who also did forensic evaluations on child abuse cases for criminal court cases. So, if he wrote a report saying a dad should have custody, the judges would give the dad custody because he's out there doing the judge's job. The judges are lazy and shiftless. They want the guardian ad litems and the parenting evaluators to do their job. And then once they make a recommendation, they just go off of that because the judges don't want to work. So Stuart Greenberg actually was married to Judge Joan Dubuque, who's passed away. When she was a commissioner, reportedly, he would go in front of her and make recommendations. They're dating or messing around. So Stuart Greenberg used to secretly videotape women in his office bathroom at his psych office, right? He would have women on the couch, interrogate them about their sexual history, even though he's trying to find out the best interests of the child. I have a female friend who unfortunately had Stuart Greenberg. She lost custody of her son, hasn't seen her son in years, has a good relationship with her daughter, though. The dad just wanted control of the son. And Stuart Greenberg would ask her her sexual history, and she felt like he was getting off on it, and he probably was, because he would secretly videotape women in his office bathroom, and then children would come there sometimes, were using it, and then he videotaped himself enjoying the videos of these co-workers and all this other stuff. So he got reported, he got arrested, and when he got out on bail, he killed himself, saying that, and now he's rotting in hell. He killed himself, leaving a suicide note saying he ruined many lives. So, my point is, Google Stuart Greenberg, Seattle Times. If the #1 parenting evaluator in the entire state of Washington for 20 years and a nationally renowned child forensic psychologist is a sexually deviant pervert and sociopath and predator, you cannot believe this guardian ad, this parenting evaluator, this psychologist, just because of their title and credentials. Stuart Greenberg had credentials up the yin-yang, but he was a predator sociopath and did stuff with an agenda. So there, use that argument.